I want to thank Lindsay very much for agreeing to be the timer at the last minute. Much appreciated. Lindsay, from your seat, would you give the timer report, please?
Was it the grammarian report before me now? The grammarian first, I think.
Grammarian report?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Jane Schreiber?
Yes. The grammarian report is next. Jane, would you give the grammarian report?
I will.
I will give you the microphone.
I did use the app. Pleasantly surprised. Not bad. One of the things that you can do if you use this app, when everybody signs in, you can see your own history. So it might help. So moving forward to see how you're doing. I am pretty quick with the button, so I have a lot of so's. And I will challenge everybody here, everybody says so. We all do it. Every single one of you that was up there today said it at least once, so many, many times. Let's work on that. I think we all need to do it. Brendan, I think Mary Alice, I only found 2 or 3 for you. That was great. Brendan had about 5. Julie had quite a few. You have a great tendency to start every sentence with so. Aylin, I work with the name, I spoke your name. You had about 8, and you did have some filler words mostly when you were trying to find your space. Rob had 4 or 5. Robert had 9.
That's all?
Several of those were filler, not necessarily so's. Mike had about 7. And 3 of you used the word of the day, Brendan, Julie, and Mike.
Thank you, and Lindsay, the timer report.
Sure. I will keep this short. So everyone stayed within their allotted time, except Mary Alice, when you did your Toastmaster introduction, your allotted time was 2 to 3 minutes, and you spoke for 3 minutes and 45 seconds. And then Brendan, for the thought joke, you had 2 to 3 minutes, and you spoke for 3 minutes and 32 seconds. Other than that, everyone was in the time allotted, including the table topics guests or speakers who did the minimum time, which I'm always impressed by because sometimes I get up there and I'm 30 seconds and out, so everyone made past a minute.
Thank you very much. Chris is going to give us the general evaluation, and Chris wrote to me about a big decision he made. A few years ago, I decided to find a church community for the first time in my life. I found Grace Chapel in Lexington, where I now work and have met so many wonderful people. It is my home away from home.
My job as the general evaluator is to evaluate the meeting as a whole, but also pay specific attention on evaluating the evaluators. So I'm going to start by evaluating the evaluators and then go to the meeting as a whole. So first, Julie's evaluation of Mary Alice's speech, or Aileen's speech. Julie, I thought, did a great job with her evaluation. She made a lot of points that I picked up on, like great eye contact, and the topic of the speech was very relatable. A few things I would add is I thought the speech was really well structured and organized. You started with the main point of the speech being that emotional responsiveness is very important, and then you went to the 3 points: accessibility, responsiveness, and engagement. and then you went to the test, which was interactive. So I thought the flow was great, the structure was great, and it was easy to follow. Julie also made the minor point of notes being used. I also thought it was minor, it was more of an outline. I do just want to point out the slight stumbling on remembering the acronym, but you recovered from that beautifully, so it wasn't a big deal. Rob's evaluation of Robert's speech was fantastic, as usual, Rob. Well thought out. You focused on the strengths of the speech, which you got into with detail, and then you focused on how the audience responded to the speech, which not a lot of evaluators go into, how the audience took the speech. So I thought that was great. One thing I do want to point out is that I don't believe either evaluator said anything about ask for the time of the speech.
First one did.
Oh, you did? Okay, so just Rob. Okay, so for the meeting as a whole, the main points that I picked up on for this meeting was there was a lot of wisdom shared, and there was a lot of open sharing of personal information. So Mary Alice did a great job choosing the topic of the speech, or of the theme, decision making, and it led to a lot of people sharing their wisdom on how to make hard decisions. And so one minor point is I noticed that sometimes, Mary Alice, you'd be off to the side here when you went to pass the mic to someone. Usually I think we try to stay in front of the podium. It's not I don't think it was a big deal. You were still here and you greeted everyone, but just a minor point. And yeah, I don't think I have time to go into any more of the details, but I just want to say that the meeting was great for sharing wisdom and people opening up to the group, sharing personal information. It helps make the space feel safe. It helps people connect to each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Now, Robert Eisenberg will give the schedule for next week.
Yeah.
And I'll give you the microphone.
Okay, thank you. I just have to say that, everybody hear me? I just have to say on Eileen's thing about not worrying about your mistakes. This woman said to her husband, I made so many mistakes this morning, and said embrace them. So she hugged him. That's a little dry. And it must be contagious because my ceiling fell down. In my family, it's being worked on right now. 3 weeks, it's a horror show. Anyway, one last thing about speeches. I have never left there without saying damn, no matter what I'm doing. And today, this is the best line. These women were perfect because I knew they had done it. Their children was proof. Anyway.
There we go.
Yeah, I never leave there without forgetting something. Timer, I have Johnny.
Okay.
Yeah. Sergeant Rams, I have Brendan.
Yep.
Okay. Toastmaster, this is coincidence. I have Brendan.
Yep.
Okay. President, I have Rob.
Yes.
Grammarian, I have Mary Ellis.
Yes.
Thought joke, I have Mike. For the first time, I forgot my speech agenda. I don't know who the first speaker is or the second speaker. Does anybody know? Rob?
I do not have it written down.
I'll have it at the house, so, okay. For my first evaluator, I have Bob, and I'll let you know who it is.
Me?
Yeah, Bob Avalone.
Okay.
Avalone, I'm sorry.
Bob Avalone is the first evaluator?
Yeah.
You let me know who it is.
And, yeah, I will, of course. And the second one I have is Chris.
Sure.
Yeah. And table topics, I have Julie. Okay. And GE, I have Jane.
Right.
And subs, I have Rob and me.
Yes.
Everybody good?
Yeah, sounds good.
I don't
We
think I
just
left
want to
everybody out who's gonna
remind
be
people,
here.
we're meeting upstairs in room 237. Thank you very much. And who's our Toastmaster?